Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are in Belgium, Deuneghem, and I'm at this super cool location, but I didn't do my homework properly, so we got thick mist. Normally we should have a view here from a town that's in a deep dal here in this landscape, and we would be photographing to the sunrise. But yeah, I can't see anything. So I don't know what I should do. Should I wait till it's gonna clear out? But it's gonna take more than an hour if I can trust my apps. I'm on a mountaintop and the forest is pretty dense. So I don't know if I can photograph some cool looking photos with mist on this mountaintop. So it's the first time coming here. It was a purpose to come here and scout this place, but I wasn't expecting this dense mist. Yeah, I have to figure something out to to do something out here. I'm surprised I'm gonna say this, but the mist isn't actually helping me. It's working against me, because I think I found a cool composition here. So because of the mist and I'm on this mountaintop here, I'm trying to work a little bit on my composition making, because it's almost the only thing for now that I can do right now. So I found a really nice composition. But with the mist in the back, I'm losing my my depth in this photo. So I'm standing on this mountaintop, and you can see we got some rocks peeking out from the mountain. And then normally here we should have a view that's going down rapidly, but we don't have that view, and that makes the composition maybe a little bit boring, because I'm gonna show you. I'm photographing this tree here, something in the lines of this, with the tree here on the right side to have a frame around our composition, the mountain here on the left side also for a frame, the branch as a leading line in this picture towards this rock that's coming out, and then we should have a view. But yeah, with the thick mist, the view isn't there, so we cannot change it. So it is what it is, and we have to work with it. I think I'm gonna go into the forest a little bit and look for some cool looking trees to photograph, because with this thick mist on this mountaintop, it's almost impossible to photograph a nice looking view. Maybe I will come back a little bit later when the mist is disappeared a little bit, but I'm gonna keep an eye out, because maybe I want to have a little bit of mist in the landscape but still have that view. So if the mountains around us are gonna get clear, but then we got some mist here in the dal of this landscape, that would be super awesome. But let me know what you think of this composition. Is it okay? Do you also think it's a cool composition with the leading line, the branch on top, and then we go to that peak here in this mountain? just set up the camera. I've placed my Sigma 18 to 35 millimeters onto the body, and I'm photographing something small here in this forest because it caught my eye. I was walking down on this hill. You can see it in the video. The hill is pretty steep in this forest, and when I was walking down here, I was just thinking to turn around and go up a little bit again because I don't want to go too far away from that mountaintop with that view. And I saw this. I saw these ferns here and some broken trees, and then with the moss on here, the greens, and then the browns, and all the rest here in this forest here. It caught my eye, and I was like, I want to photograph this small piece here in this forest. The only good composition here is from a little bit down and looking up into this forest, because looking down the composition wasn't great. I was losing some details here in this landscape, in this composition. Now it's placing me at this side, this patch here of moss and the ferns. It creates like a little bit of a triangle, and the point is towards us in the beginning of this composition. And I've placed my camera so that we can see both broken trees, and I've managed to make a little bit of a leading line in this forest. So we come from this point and we go like a triangle upwards in this forest. This is my triangle of moss and ferns and the broken trees. And then here on top we got this like a leading line here, and this pathway leading our eye further into the landscape. But I've shot this picture at f4 because for me the composition wasn't pleasing when everything was in focus, because in the back there's almost nothing to see. So I really focused on this patch here in front of us, and then the rest is super soft. Yeah, so I'm gonna look when I'm back home on the computer what is looking the best, the f8 or the f4. It's okay to have this picture at f4 and the back is a little bit out of focus. Maybe when I see the picture a bit bigger, maybe it's a little bit weird to see the background also out of focus. But yeah, this little patch caught my eye, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna take the photo. And first I was trying to photograph it with the 50 millimeters, but I couldn't get a good enough background with the 50 millimeters. So that's why I went for the Sigma 18 to 35 at 80 millimeters. So it's way wider than the 50 millimeters. Just found the composition with the tree that I just showed you guys, and it's this tree. It's looking so good. It has so much years on this tree. You can see it, how it growed, the curves in this tree. I really love it. And to make this composition, I've put on the Tamron 100 to 400, and I wanted to use this lens because I knew I could compress the background a little bit and make this tree stand out from its environment. I've used other trees to create my composition, so I'm using a frame, a natural frame around my tree that I want. It's not like the other trees are really prominent in this picture, but they're more like a soft edge around our composition, and that creates for that placement of that tree that we have to look at that tree with our eyes, that we don't get lost in this composition, that it's not like What am I looking at? Do I have to look at the left side? Do I have to look at the right side? No, it's just about this tree, the curve of this tree, because I'm just shooting the trunk, and then when the tree starts to grow from this big trunk, because it has 3 or 4 bigger trunks on top, and then with the moss, the soft light on it, the mist in the landscape. So yeah, really love this composition. And my mind wasn't even set on doing woodland photography today, because I was really focused on this mountaintop that I wanted to photograph that view. But I don't know if it's even gonna work, because there's still so much mist in this landscape. We can already see a little bit more, so maybe I have to go back to that mountaintop and check if we have a beautiful view. But I'm super glad that I found this composition. I think it's the best one for today. The one with the ferns is also okay. I think this one from the tree is my favorite photo for today. I'm gonna check out that mountaintop again and see if we can see something or not. And if not, I don't know what, if what. I have to look. I got the composition set. I'm shooting again with the Tokina 11 to 60mm, and in front of us we got a super small plant, and it got some purple flowers. It looks like lavendel, but it isn't lavendel. I wish I could showcase what I'm seeing on top of this mountain, because even with the Tokina 11 to 60mm it's super wide, and even with that lens it's impossible to get the feeling over to you guys what I'm seeing here on this top, because we got amazing view. I would not say amazing views, because there's still a lot of mist, and I thought for a second the mist was gonna disappear, but it's staying. It's coming and going for a little bit, but the view that I have right here, I'm sitting down for the moment because I was waiting for the mist. So we got this big mountain peak. Then we got the smaller one where I'm standing on, this one, and the view. And you can look between the rocks here and also here. And I was trying to capture that on in the picture, but it's really impossible to showcase those gaps between the mountains. Or I have to really, like this, shoot down towards the ground, but that doesn't look really cool. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit more for the mist to disappear, and then I'm gonna take a photo of this cool location. And while we're waiting for the mist to disappear a little bit, I'm gonna explain what I'm doing here with the Tokina 11 to 60mm. So we got the Tokina 11 to 60mm, and we're super close to this little plant here on top of the mountain. We got some beautiful purple flowers, and I'm photographing it towards this view with that mountain peak in the composition. You can see a little bit into the landscape beneath us, and then with the mountain top. I thought it would look super cool to have a super close-up from that little flower, and then the view on this mountaintop. But then I need the mist to disappear. Oh man. It's the first time that I'm saying I don't want to have mist in my landscape photos. Normally it's something like, oh yeah, mist, it's super cool. But for this location, for this photo, I don't need it. You know what would look cool if in front of us the mist would disappear a bit, but then have some patches of mist on the next mountain. How do you say it in English? The mountain hill. So you can see the trees. So we can. So we have some depth of field in this picture. But then again, you still see that we had some mist this morning. I think we have to wait like a half an hour or something, and we're gonna get some patches, open parts in this landscape. It's gonna be really amazing, because I'm also doing a focus tag on this image because I want everything to be sharp. So from the beginning of that little flower in front of us till the back. In the back I saw suddenly some, I think they are birch trees because the trunk is white, and there was a layer of mist coming over those birch trees. And in this part of the landscape, they're the only ones with some light canopies, and also with the white trunks. And I was like, "Ooh!" That caught my eye. So I'm now trying to figure out to make a composition with those trees, because it's not super easy. Because I want to have all the trees together, but also I don't want to have too much sky in this picture. And at the bottom we also have trees that are coming into the frame, and I don't really like that, but I have to take it before it's all gone. You know, lately I'm missing the days when I started out with photography. Everything that I shot was like, wow, it's amazing, it's super cool. And I was doing my editing for the first time. I over-processed my images, but I thought it was like, wow, it's awesome. And now when I'm go out, it's like, it looks interesting, but is it interesting enough, this composition? Am I gonna take the photo? Am I gonna show it to you guys? But because sometimes I take a photo and afterwards I'm like, it's not that interesting, so I leave it out of the video. I only want to show the best photos that I take at that day, or I try to take only good photos or make the composition good. Although like today it's overcast, and I had a few good compositions, but the photos weren't like, wow, they're amazing. Sometimes I wonder, like, is it worth posting this video and the photos that I took that day, because they're not spectacular? But then again, if I look at my photos now and then at my photos when I started out, the photos I'm taking today are way better. But even now, it's knowing more and with more practice and having a little bit more knowledge than I started out. A lot of times I'm starting to questioning myself if I'm even gonna take the photo, if it's worth taking out my camera. Like this morning I found a photo and it was like, okay, with the mist it's not the best photo out there, but if we had the view like we have now in this valley, the composition maybe would look better. But I didn't went back because I was like, it's not going to be a great photo. And now I'm like, maybe I just had to take the photo just in case, maybe it's something. Like also what I'm doing right now, I was walking back to the car and I was like, I'm gonna eat something. And then suddenly I saw pine trees in an open field with some other trees behind them. And then at first I was like, oh yeah, that looks good. But then I was like, it's not really great, so I'm not gonna take the photo. But then I started thinking like, just take the photo, you never know, maybe it's something nice. So I took out the telelens, took the photo, and actually I'm glad that I took it because the photo is with layers. taking photos with layers is always a little bit more interesting because it adds depth of field in your photo, and it also makes it more interesting. It's less boring. In the days when I started out, this photo would be super amazing. I would be like, whoa, that's super cool. But now it's like I'm taking so much photos, and I've taken a bunch of photos where I'm super proud of, and I'm like, whoa, I improved a lot. That these kind of photos are getting missed or getting more boring to me to take them because they're not at that level that I'm so proud of. But sometimes we just have to take them and just be proud from where we came and where we are at right now at this place, and also this location. This morning we were photographing on this peak here in this in the mountains, or in that valley here that we were photographing. So it's super nice here. It's on the border of Deuneghem, a really cool place. And this morning when I was walking up to that mountain, I saw a tree here in this landscape, but it was super dark and still super misty. And it was this tree. I thought it looked really cool, the shape of it. So I've tried to photograph it this morning. I had to bump up my ISO a lot, so it's a photo with a lot of grain in it. So I hope it turned out great. I will show it to you guys. And also the photo here that I took from the pine trees with the Tamron 100 to 400 millimeters. We just finished the video on time because there was a forest guard, and he came and told me I had to move my car directly because otherwise it would be a 250 euros fine to stand there. Apparently I ignored two signs that I cannot drive in that pathway. I thought it was another pathway because the road splits at two sides, and the other one was with this fence that you can open. The signs were at the place where the road splits. So I was like, yeah, maybe the signs are for the road that is closed, so, but apparently not. So I was like, you have to move your car immediately, go away. It's okay. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.